down.
4543251. Good morning, everybody in the world. This is Lonnie with the LB says / pound hour. I'm the L, he's the B, and this is where you want to be right here. Listen to us. Bull crap about the problems of today. And I'll tell you what, today's problems are pretty big. This is like day 11. I'm still stuck in out of Facebook, and I don't know what's going on with that. They haven't contacted me. I've only sent them 400 messages apparently, and that's probably too many apparently to say, hey, why don't you let me back into my account, please? But I'm sure it's all good for a good reason, right?
I watched a video last night. The girl was off for 2 months, but she figured it out.
Really?
Yeah.
Really? Well, I'm like, I can start a new Facebook page, but my 2,000 friends that I actually consider my friends, that's the hard part about that one, is that the people who are my friends, I actually know them, you know what I mean? I don't just like let random people join. I never, ever let a random person join my Facebook. If they do, they go through all these hoops and hurdles to get in, because I make sure I background check them, or figure out where and why I know them, you know what I mean, or why they know me.
Yeah, that's a condition called extreme self-importance.
No, actually, that's not what it's from.
Everybody settle down.
No,
if you don't think you're important, nobody else will.
That's darn true. That's darn true. You know what? I'm gonna speaking of self-importance.
Hey, can I say one thing on that? These people are your real friends. So just get the word out. They'll find you. Start over.
Yeah. The problem is that it's the 12 pages that I admin on and stuff, and
you'll figure it out. You're going to be working 8 hours a day for the next 2 months, the lady said. So you have that choice, or you have to spend about an hour a day creating a new one and getting your admins going. I have a joke before I start the day.
Do it. Show us your penis.
Today's theme is right on. It's trying to be clever, right?
Right on, right on, right on.
It was an old hippie term. Right on, man.
That was what's his name? Right on, right on, right on.
Way back before that guy. He was in diapers when I first said that.
Yeah, I'm sure.
We only said it once. He said it 3 times. So he coined the phrase.
Yeah.
And he said it in the Oscar speech, so that's good. Okay, here's the joke. What did one font say to the other font?
You're not very fonty? I don't know what.
Sorry, you're not my type.
You're not my type. You're not my type, baby. Obviously.
Writing.
It's okay. That's not that bad. Not that bad. Not that bad at all.
Got a new background. Ordered it from Amazon. It's all fake.
You have a fake background set together?
The bookshelf, the chalkboard, none of it's there.
Well, yeah, I know, right? Actually, you are at a different angle now, aren't you?
Yeah.
I like it.
We watched a video yesterday lighting the wall behind you. There you go.
Yeah, I like it. It looks good, dude.
Yeah, I like this.
It actually looks good. So, yeah, you just kind of tilted it a little bit and got the instead of the TV in the background there. Yeah.
I can sit here and I cover the stain on the fireplace with the fire. See the black? That happens.
Yeah, I see it. No big deal. It says, you know what? I can't make a fire right. Nobody always ever can. So you can always burn the house down.
Well, almost everybody gets some smoke coming out the front of it, unless they have a cover with the glass, but I don't like that glass cover. That's just.
Well, it's like that fire at your house the other night. I'm kidding. There wasn't a fire. We thought it was for a second. They were like, whoa, what's all this smoke from?
A friend of ours is into vaping marijuana, apparently.
Yeah, there was a cloud of something, but
he's a professional hacker. It turns out he was coughing constantly, so we hope he's feeling better.
Yeah, I hope he's feeling better. I should contact him actually. Oddly enough, he did contact me this morning and sent me a weird message. So I'm like, okay.
Well, let's just us do it today, and we'll get into guests next week. I think we need to get some guests figured out.
Well, guests, we'll get more guests. I have definitely more guests. I mean, on here or on?
Yeah, on the Zoom, just short 10 minutes.
On the Zoom, sure, absolutely. This is the purpose of the Zoom, folks, by the way, is not for us to podcast to the world and so forth. It was basically for us to start learning to speak again, because like me, I have I had a hemorrhagic bleed 5 years ago, and learning to speak again is actually kind of tough for me.
Oh, yeah.
And Brian in particular, and I did a radio show before for like 7 years, I had no problem speaking in public at all. It was a thing. And Brian as well, he used to do some, quite a bit of shows and stuff, little videos and whatnot, but he'd like to show off some of his skills on speaking, right?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. And
Plus,
now
I may get a job where I have to host all the Zooms, and I want people on the Zooms, and I want them to work, because we all know.
right, exactly. Yeah. So now basically to get back into speaking, we have been getting together almost every morning and having this little LB hour, which trying just to get back to society speaking. I mean, this pandemic, people who are kind of eccentric, apparently like us.
Oh, yeah.
We have if we don't have a talk out, a little shout out, a little powwow each day, then we'll blow up, and we don't want to have that happen. I've probably had 4 or 5 friends pass away in this pandemic. I've had 2 or 3 suicides, I think, and 3, I think. I've had multiple attempts of other friends, that have done that. So I'm not at that stage in my life at the moment right now, thank God. But I do feel like it is important to notice those things. And my alarm's saying pound hour's on right now.
Oh, that's good. So Zoom sends you an alarm. I like that.
Yeah, it does. Yeah. So that's kind of cool. Now my nose, for some odd reason, is tickly, and I noticed that I do that quite often, actually. And it may be because of the cocaine, but I'm not quite sure. It's one of those things in the morning. My nose itches, apparently. I don't know. Either that or I need to shave the hairs inside there. Ouch! Yeah. Old man problems, right?
There you go. We all got them. I am happy to say I'm giving my old Explorer, 1996 Explorer, giving it to charity today or tomorrow. They're going to come pick it up, and it all goes to a good cause. So there you go.
Okay, but listen, I know Charity. She's down in Portland, and how much is she worth to you? I mean, that's the question. Yeah.
Well,
Get a picture of her.
I'm giving it to a charity that the Republicans love so much, NPR.
Oh, yeah. Well, I'll tell you what, I love NPR, and I got in a conversation the other day with a gal in regards to that. She posted on Facebook. Well, I guess this is not just the other day. This was like a week or 2 ago before I got kicked out. But she posted that she had inadvertently turned on NPR and how much she listens to it at work. And then she said how boring it was and how she hated it and so forth. I'm like, well, why are you listening to it? But
yeah, I heard some of the greatest stories on Saturdays. They have these people from around the country tell stories of their life, tragic stories, overcoming obstacles. It's really good.
Yeah.
And they have
I love NPR. That's one of my favorite.
Yeah,
they have some of the best podcasts on there and stuff.
Yeah, All Things Considered is one of the
All Things Considered, that's pretty good.
It's a good show.
I mean, I think it's
a great
Home
name.
Prairie Companion. Is that called Home Prairie?
Well,
Prairie Home Companion.
That's not on there. That was on I don't know.
Well, no, Prairie Home Companion used to be on NPR. Yeah. Yeah, for years and years and years.
Well, I'm technically against NPR. I don't think the government should fund it because we can do it ourselves. Keep the government out of it if we can. But
well, and then that's why they go on these, every quarter they go on these sales rants. If you want to support NPR, let us know. So
yeah, but we should the government. I want the government out totally. There should be no national public radio, no national public television. We can figure it out now. We don't need that anymore. But back in the day, they really needed it.
Yeah.
We don't want restrictions from the government, so keep them out of it.
Yeah, well, and there's some truth to that, what you're saying right there, as far as but if you are being funded by the government or by whomever, they should have a say in what you're doing.
Yeah, and you can't have that. The government cannot get involved in.
That's the same thing as every gang and every if you're any part of a gang.
Yeah, when the government
4-hour security. you want our security, you're going to listen to what we have to say, and you're going to give us a little bit of what you got, you know?
That's what it sounds like. You kind of agree to get the government out of radio and television, let us handle it as people. But for the meantime, it's a good donation. I can get rid of it and help them too.
Yeah, and they're a great company, I think, honestly, or I don't know the company, but I like what they have to offer.
I think they're eventually going to be able to operate without funding. They'll be able to figure out the whole how many viewers and listeners they get, and they'll be able to do it online without the government, and then they can be free to do what they want.
But yeah, now I can see that. But a company like that, so right now they're like kind of free, but if you start doing something where they're making money off of it,
They could be a nonprofit. They'd be a nonprofit. You could still be a nonprofit, but you don't have, the problem with national public broadcasting is the government controls it in a sense. They fund it. So then you have some rules that you have to go by you wouldn't otherwise. So kind of gets involved in limiting free speech. We don't need it anymore. Sometimes you move into the future, they'll get rid of it.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know anybody's making a ton of money off NPR, but I'm sure somebody is.
No, well, somebody might be, but I think they just break even and then
I think Alec Baldwin made a lot of money off of the NPR.
Alec Baldwin?
Alec Baldwin, he did a nice skit on SNL.
Sweaty balls.
Sweaty balls, sweaty balls. Yeah.
That was a funny skit. Those girls were really boring.
They're perfect.
That almost seemed like public access radio. It was weird. That would have been a good idea. I used to support public access television. They had no rules. Government couldn't tell you anything to do. They couldn't tell you when you could be on, what you could do, anything. It was beautiful.
Yeah, there were still some guidelines, but I don't know, there are rules.
Yeah, you can't advocate seriously for the overthrow of the government. And you
never advocate for the overthrow of the government.
Yeah, and you can't do obscenity, any local obscenity laws. But you could have pornography, you just couldn't have obscenity. So, yeah, those are,
and the pornography, as far as I'm aware of, if you had pornography, you had to, anything that was R-rated or above had to be on after like 10, 11 o'clock.
Well, those were rules put together by local people. It was actually supposed to be whenever you wanted it, you could get a slot, but they broke that rule and nobody complained too much. But yeah, you could have porno at noon because it's public access. It's controlled by the creators of the shows. But
I thought in particular the obscenity laws and so forth were part of.
You can't have obscenity at any point. There's no obscenity allowed at any point. Pornography is not considered in most locales obscenity. It's a different thing.
Okay, well, either way, the FCC regulated you can't do certain things on regular TV.
Yeah, I don't know if the FCC has control over public access. That's a good question.
Yeah, I don't know. That's why I like when we were kids, you couldn't say shit until it was after 10 o'clock. Not kids, but
that's on networks. That's on the actual network.
On networks, yeah. But they figured that out. They filtered it out because I'm glad. I don't want my kid watching Scooby-Doo and saying, "Motherfucker, Scooby-Doo."
Oh no, I wouldn't either. Most people wanted their shows on at night if it was adult content anyway.
Yeah, and that's fine. If it's adult content, it's adult content. But
yeah, we had one show where a guy came in. It was all about Holocaust denial, and people hated him and hated the show, but he had the right to do it. And it was on like at 5 o'clock in the evening.
But if my daughter was to, as a child, had been watching Teletubbies and flipped over to bestiality, I would have fucking burned the place down. I'm sorry, my language is so bad this morning. My language is bad, folks. I don't know why. I mean, I'll rewind that. Anyway, sorry, too much coffee. But that's kind of how I feel when it comes to, that's the same thing about my Facebook in particular. I protected, because I have younger children. I had younger children. I was always making certain that, Mr. Pedophile down the street wasn't watching what my child was doing on Facebook. I thought that was pretty important.
Oh yeah.
And I thought it was important that if I was at a Seahawks game, I wasn't posting a picture saying, "Hey, I'm not home," come on down and rob my house,
Yeah.
because that's very common. And that's, I check in here. I'm checking in Mexico, and I'm, the house is open. Obviously, come feed my dog. Actually, no, it's come steal my stuff. Yeah. So I don't know. I have to laugh at myself now because I just realized how bad I curse in here sometimes. Jeez.
Oh, here's something interesting. The Supreme Court determined that they couldn't control what goes on public access, but they do. You can't have obscene material, but you can have sexually explicit content, indecency, nudity, pretty much any time, because the Supreme Court ruled on that apparently strongly.
Strongly, it's
Yeah,
funny.
listen to this. Cable operators may not control the content of programming on public access channels.
Well, I know that because the cable channel has to basically give the government pay for the access to public access.
Yeah, so the guy that runs the public access station, he can't control it, but the cable company can. They can say, hey, we're just not going to run that program, so they can get around it that way. So
yeah, but then you have people with control, control issues.
Yeah, it's supposed to be handled by the cable company, but around here especially, it's been handled by the board of the KLTV, and it shouldn't be, but nobody seems to care, so we'll move on from that shit.
Yeah, well, it's important. Where were you waving at? Sorry.
Oh, you know what? It's one thing that sucks about like the internet. It's great that we have access and everything, but they have so many rules. YouTube has hundreds of rules. Facebook has hundreds. It's kind of tough, They have so many rules about what you talk about. So many people are getting kicked off. Not that you are, but
well, yeah, I hope not, but you just never know because
possible.
This Facebook thing, I didn't do anything wrong. So the only thing I did wrong was be stupid and forget my password. And then it's like, are you kidding me? Who do I have to kick in the nerds to freaking get my Facebook page back on? And the fact is that I do spend money on, from where I watched some videos and I'm like, well, if you spend money on Facebook, they'll most likely get you back on real quick. Oh. Well, I do spend money on Facebook because I boost posts and so forth off of some of the local, I did a community, calluscommunityinfo.com, or Callus Community Info. I do a couple of these things, and I've done probably 4 different little pages for public people in particular to help them grow their business, and and then I do help do the takeout. I help promote that too, and I put money on that one. So I don't make any money off it. I just kind of like, if you give some, like on this right here, on our thing in particular, I will spend money on posting our little thing, $10 a week or whatever, and it goes out to 2,000 people, whatever. So it's kind of a cool thing. I mean, if I could put money into anything right now, as far as marketing something, it's social media. I mean, I would not spend on anything. Radio is not bad right now. But Facebook advertisement is way better than your paper. I mean, you can get, for 2 cents, you can get an ad right in front of everybody. Boom, boom, boom. Because everybody's going to see it. And you can direct exactly who you want to see.
Yeah, that's cool.
That's the thing. Yeah, I spent a lot of time learning that stuff, but I personally don't have a business right now, so I'm, and maybe someday I will again. You just never know. I'm trying to get my shoulder back though, and it's not that.
Yeah.
Okay, well, I can see that my shoulder's falling right there. My arm's falling. Not good, but I go to therapy tomorrow, so that'll be great.
Yeah, we're watching that variety show, and Dean Martin had a notable shoulder twitch, left shoulder. It was kind of interesting. Kind of looked cool the way he did it. That's how cool he is.
Right. Well, I watched one of his episodes this morning. It was pretty good. That was good as well. He's just a fun guy. He comes out there and they have the cue cards, and I swear they just write the cue cards and he goes out and says it, and he's pretty funny. He doesn't even, he'll talk about stuff and then he'll be like, oh, whatever, just forget the cue card. But
Oh,
Totally
yeah.
go off the cuff. I mean,
He'll even go grab the cue card and look at it and make fun of it. So it's
yeah, yeah, he does that stuff. But I mean, Dom DeLuise, and Dom DeLuise was great too.
Oh, you saw him?
Yeah, he's on the show. He was
Oh,
on this episode. They danced off with some girls and stuff, and oddly enough, as much as Dean wanted to steal the dancer, I'm not sure her name, but I know she's famous. But Dom was paying her a dime to dance with her, over and over and over, and then Dean cut in, and then Don basically got sad because of the girl he lost, and he went to fight over it with Dean, and Dean basically whipped him a little bit, and as Dom's leaving, he puts his hand through the hole in his shirt and he waves bye-bye to the girl, and she's like, she gave up on Dean and got back to Dom. It was just good. It was just good humor, good family humor, and I would like to see that show happen again. If we could someday buy the rights for that thing and reenact it, shit, why not? I don't mean to be Dom DeLuise, but I will be, whatever. Like, I'll be Don, I'll be whatever. That'd be good.
Or just create new characters. The Don Rickles had a good one. He was funny as heck.
Don Rickles is funny, very funny guy. Speaking of which, Brian, I've been wanting to tell you for a very, very long time. We've been friends for a very long time, and I don't like you. You did something like that, I just want to be honestly the truth. We've been friends for so long, I care about you, yada yada yada. But after all this time, I want to tell you honestly, from the bottom of my heart, I don't like you. That was a great. I don't know who said that to, Frank Sinatra or somebody, but it was good. It was yeah, I don't like you. That was funny. But anyways, no, all those old variety shows, yeah, are fantastic. And if we could reinvent something like that, that'd be great, But
Yeah.
so
you just have to think of stuff and say we have a guest like Tony Jones we're talking about. Well, he's a funny guy. We can joke around with him. We could even, if we got together with him in advance, do a little silly skit. He's an entertainer, so are we. We just have to do them. Just start adding them in.
Oh, you know what? Yeah, I mean, I have no doubt about it. With what we're doing right now, actually, which is basically, questioning each other, pondering life, and so forth. I find all these questions every day and just throw them out there randomly, and it's good because that makes us learn about you, or whatever it is in particular. I think in particular, your children will probably someday when we're gone, they'll be like, "Oh, Grandpa, he thought he was asked." Directly, do you believe in aliens? And Lonnie told him something. He told Lonnie something,
Oh, yeah.
His thoughts on something, or basically, when did you start something out badly for you, but in the end, it was great. So, I asked these weird questions, and it's like,
oh, yeah.
But I mean, that'll be good. That will be good. I mean, by the time when we have a funeral for you or I, you can play over these things, it's like, oh, well, Lonnie thought yada, yada, it's kind of like we're actually getting on record of you.
Yeah, and because we have a physical record of everything, your kids will be able to think back to this. Day 11, Lonnie held hostage, locked out of Facebook with no end in sight. Question, is it time to start a new page? There you go. That's the thought for the day. Is it time?
That's sad. Wah, wah, wah.
Well, and you were talking about Friday Night Live every 2 weeks. We're learning how to get the person looking and sounding good, interviewing them, telling a few jokes.
Yeah, no, absolutely. Matter of fact, I don't think we got very much of an interview off of Jennifer last time.
No, we want to focus on the entertainer more. Like we get them in there, do their song, ask about them. Got to stretch. Yeah. That's what I learned about Dean. He stretches it out. Things are long.
I would like to get some of our is our LOL stuff on the LB Hour page.
I can go look for it.
Yeah.
I'll get out of here and I'll grab that up.
Yeah, I mean that'd be kind of cool. Just if we could have some of those little things to throw out there, that'd be great. The little comedian things.
Talking about the YouTube.
Yeah, like the Pound Hour stuff.
Yeah. I'll look.
Not Pound Hour, but the
Friday Night Live. What?
Well, the pandemic stuff, or like
yeah,
the little what are those segments? We could add those in there.
That's on the LB Hour Productions YouTube. So that's
Well, that's what I thought, but I didn't see it in there.
well, you don't see them. I added them all.
Oh, did you? Okay, because I
I'll
saw.
look in a minute.
Yeah, I guess we could look. No big deal, but
That's
so
easy.
I will give you. What's that?
It's easy with the internet nowadays. Everything's easy except getting back into Facebook.
Yep, I thought it was easy, and yeah, alas, I'm wrong. Alas, alas, alas. Okay. I was going to ask you what's the funniest joke you know by heart, but guess what? You already said it.
I did.
I'm kidding. What was that joke you just told me?
Oh, about the what did one font say to the other font?
Yeah. You're not my type.
My type.
You're not my type. That's right. That's perfect for my cousin Mike.
Yeah. Well, Dean had a lot of corny jokes. That was
He did. He did a lot of corny jokes. Matter of fact, I tried to remember some this morning.
Yeah.
Watching the show.
They made fun of him a lot. That was a cool thing. He allowed people to make fun of him, and that reminds me. On Facebook, I'm friends with Dina Martin, which is his daughter. His daughter. And so she posts about him all the time. And she actually responds to people's comments. She responded to a couple of mine. It's pretty cool. Keeping the memory of Dean Martin alive. He's got the drinking man's diet there. That's pretty good.
Yeah, that's awesome. Actually, I think he did quit drinking for a while there. Actually,
Did he?
I think
At the end, he finally did.
I've got. Just so you know, folks, mine has Irish cream. Actually, you know what? I'm 100% a liar because I hate that Irish cream. That's just no yuck.
Really?
I don't like that. Yeah, I don't like Bailey's. It's like, I don't know.
Okay. I thought you said the Irish green. You don't like the Irish cream.
No, I like the Irish. Oh, I like the Irish green. Matter of fact, I hate to tell you, but I watched an episode of Peaky Blinders this morning. Yeah.
Oh, Peaky Blinders.
Peaky Blinders. I watched that this morning, and it's a darn good show. I like it. And I go on episode 5 now or something, but
yeah,
it gets pretty crazy. I mean, that's just a good, it's a great show.
It's excellent. A little too dark for my taste, but that's okay.
Yeah, well, it's definitely dark. No doubt about that. Yeah, but it's good. Oh yeah, you see how dark it is now. It's getting darker. It's getting darker, but I'm sure there's light at the end of the tunnel, for everything.
Yeah. It's good characters, really interesting and great characters.
Okay, is your brain working?
It's going pretty good.
Okay, if 2 acorns met, I'm kidding. No, anyways, so if magic was real, what spell would you try to learn first?
How to get people to stop and think a little bit.
Is that an actual spell, you think?
Yeah,
I don't know if that's even possible, Brian.
Slow down, because the problem in this society right now is anything that anybody sees or hears, they react to immediately and often in anger. So if we could just tone it back. I just tone it back.
Have you ever heard of blood from a stone? I don't even know if that's possible, bro.
Blood from the stone.
Well, getting blood from a stone. Well, that's kind of, you tell people to think. I hate to, that sounds horrible. That's bad on my part for me saying that. But
we used to say get blood from a turnip. You ever heard that one? Blood from a turnip. You never heard that one?
I guess I've heard turnip, but I thought it was something else. Getting something from a turnip. Blood from a turnip. Yeah, I think it was money from a turnip. Money from a turnip? I don't know, Ember.
No, getting money from him's like getting blood from a turnip.
Well, I thought blood from a stone is where I got that from.
Never heard that one.
You've never heard blood from a stone?
No, but a lot of people would like to get some blood from Roger Stone.
Yeah. I don't like that. I don't like that guy.
He's weird.
I don't like Roger Stone.
Great villain.
The Penguin himself, and he's just horrible.
He is. He's a villain.
He wants to be the villain, and he wants to be the. No, he's interesting for certain.
Quickly, but you ask about the LB Hour Facebook and YouTube page. So here's the LB Hour Facebook page. So we want people to like this and they can actually friend us or follow us. And then,
Yeah, I haven't even started promoting that at all yet because my
yeah,
Facebook's
look
been
what
down.
we have right there. The show's on there, and then we'll have the old ones and all that. We have the first show. So that's a good place for the shows.
Yep. Now,
All right.
but does it have the, no, wait a second. So the YouTube has the other ones talking about, yeah.
Yeah, I'll get the
YouTube.
YouTube going now. Just
Okay, well, no worries.
one thing at
No,
a time. I'm
that
not,
is okay.
I'm
you
not
know.
that good.
People always say, did you, like, can someone hurt, can a stone ever get, can it bleed? And I think to myself, well, King Arthur's stone probably felt that pain because he shoved that, remember that stone, right, or that sword right through there? Actually, who put the stone in the sword?
I don't know. It was one of those guys, King Arthur or Galahad or one of those cats.
Let's figure that one out. I can't remember. It's a good story, but if you were a ghost and could possess people, what would you make them do? Oh, that's a good one. I tell you.
Well, basically, shut up for a minute, calm down, and think about some stuff. I think we all are just a little ahead. The world's too frantic. If everybody tones it down one notch, let's bring it down a notch for a while. That's all I
get you
want.
there. I get you there. I mean, the stopping and thinking is something that I don't do half the time, actually. So
everybody's so intense. If you even go in public, just into a store, it's like everybody needs to mellow.
Well, yeah, I think you're right. Did you go any stores this morning?
No. Oh no, I did. I went down and got cat food at the corner store, and he was very pleasant, actually. He does that, Steve, at the corner store.
Well, I can tell you, after this year of pandemia, whatever I want to call it, pandemia, pandemia, this year of pandemania, I have me being as outgoing as I am, I actually have become a little bit agoraphobic on certain, just a little bit, all of a sudden you're like going, okay, do I want to be in public with 100 people breathing the same air? Do I want to be, I don't want to know what's in your lungs. I don't want to catch a COVID. I don't want to catch the flu. I don't want to catch whatever venereal disease you have, just hanging around, it's some weird stuff, but it's the life, I guess, right? We'll get the vaccine, and then guess what? After I get a vaccine, I'll probably kiss a pretty girl, right? Something like that. Okay, well, maybe
It's kind of like when the guys headed off to war, or when they got back. I think it was when they headed off to war. They'd have that. They'd kiss the woman. She'd kick the one leg up. It was pretty cool.
Yeah, that's true. Well, I think that we talked about all these kids who are possibly being born throughout this pandemic time, and COVID babies, they call them, or whatever, the Corona kids.
I like that. The Corona kids.
The Corona kids, automatically born drunk. They're called Corona kids. No, but there's a lot of them that'll be born right about now. Matter of fact, I have a niece ready to give birth any day now. She is like, within the week. So God bless her, Kennedy, and her child Eden will be born soon, and I'm excited about that. It's really cool. However, there's a lot of these things. I think that there'll be even more when it's over with. I guarantee you, actually, it's going to be a fruitful year next year, because babies will be popping out.
Well, and that's perfect, because in a world that needs less people, we're going to go with the population growth.
Population bust next year. Well, then again, we've taken out, sadly, 500,000.
There probably 2 million more, so it'd be a net gain. I don't know.
Well, it's a weird thing, because with the face mask and stuff, they found that people aren't catching the flu, which is wonderful. I don't know how many people the flu usually kills on a regular basis, but it's not. People aren't catching the flu as much, and they're surviving another year. That's fantastic right there. I'm excited for people with that right there. I think that Now what they need to do is implement some type of filter on your backside of your tooth, so when you breathe in and out, it kills that stuff, and you don't have. and you don't have to wear and don't have to wear a mask. You know. Could
I
you
think
do
we
that?
got to build our immunity because there are people that can, you could spit COVID in their face and they would barely get it because they have a great immunity. So I think we got to focus on that. Let's build up immunity.
There is.
That's the way to go. Let's be positive.
Well, yeah. Speaking of B positive, that's my blood type, or no, mine's O positive. But
Well, we don't want to childproof the world. That's
no. As Bruce Lee said, I don't pray for an easy life. I pray for the strength to endure a hard one. So.
all right. You asked about the YouTube, and can you see that? We got all of them on there.
Brian Calhoun is sharing, and there you go. Oh yeah, they're right there on the page. There you go.
All of them, but there's so many Zooms ahead of it. But just scroll through LBR Productions on YouTube.
Oh, there you go. And yeah, should we show one real quick?
We can do that. Now, are you sure you can hear it? Let's figure that out.
Let's try that. Let's see.
We're gonna have to get copy or rights to it.
All right. Well, I don't think they're gonna dock us on our own stuff.
I'm just kidding. We own it. That's
No.
probably the next rule of YouTube. You have to get your own permission. Okay, I got which one do you want to see? I got Word Origins, the pandemic.
New word origins. Yeah, that's a good one.
Start with it's probably the first one we did. Let me get it ready. Yeah, that was a good one. And it was all done in the garage studio, and we're very happy about that. We made do with what we had. You know?
Yep. No, I got you.
What was your best part of doing that, and maybe your worst part that you thought about of that, shooting those? Because I like
I'd say the best part is just how I came up with the words. Actually, how it made sense. The panic and the Dems and yada yada. I think making those words was number one. I think the bad part was me trying to say frozen and say, check out your friends and family and make certain they're okay. It's like, because I'm dead there, you know.
well,
But
we both had the problem of even saying the word susceptible. Even when I was trying to say it to help you, that's a hard word.
susceptible. Isn't there people who they get sick and they're susceptible?
Susceptible. That's hard.
Yeah, it's still hard for me to say that. Susceptible. Yep. Something.
Here it is. Here it is. And see if you can hear
Susceptible.
it.
Here we
Let's
go.
see if you can hear this. You hear it?
Yeah, a little bit.
Good morning, class, and welcome to Lonnie's Online Logic. Today's topic, origins. The word for today is pandemic. Let's break it down, shall we? Pandemic. Pan, of course, refers to Peter Pan, the character who made a vow to never grow up. Now we'll go to the other side of the word where we have ick. Ick, of course, refers to being ill or sick. Ick.
Everything's of course, you know. I say of course.
Panic. Panic, of course, refers to chaos.
Of course, you know.
Who or what caused this panic? Dead center of the word, right there. There you have it, folks. The Dems caused the panic. The And if you believe that, we need to go back to the beginning of the word. Pan, of course, refers to people who do not want to grow up and be adults. Let's write that down. Adult. Being an adult, of course, at this time refers to social distancing.
Yeah, of course. It's just one thing after another.
And for those who believe in conspiracy theories and do not want to grow up, they are called adult as well. It's just spelled differently. So, be an adult, not adult. And that concludes our class for today.
Actually, that's really good. It's funny how when we start something, it's like all of a sudden,
Yeah.
like those sunglasses. Oh, I'm going to use those sunglasses every time. Yada yada yada.
Yeah.
It's like, no, I'm not going to use the sunglasses. Well, I'm not opposed. I
That's
think we
cool.
lost the sunglasses.
That's really cool. Just a minute. I got to get rid of that. I got to turn it off. Yeah, that was good. I like that. You did a good one.
Well, you did a good one. That was
We
us.
did good. We did good.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's good. It's kind of like old public access shows here where you roll in a video. We got to
Well,
get
exactly, and
that.
that's what we need to do. Even on our matter of fact, even if we have nothing else to do, if we can throw that into our Friday Night Live show or something like that,
Well,
it'd
we'll
be
be
kind of
able,
cute.
we have to pay a little for it with Zoom, but we'll be able to zoom in the live stream so you can be talking to the person, you can be talking to me, you can roll in the video of the pictures, whatever. You zoom on Facebook Live. That's all the rage now. I've been watching videos. We'll get to that within a month.
Yeah, we got to figure that one out.
Anything we can do here, we can do on Facebook Live because it just says put on Facebook Live through Zoom, but you have to pay a monthly fee. So we'll figure all that out.
Yeah, I'll pay a little bit of monthly fee. I'm not opposed.
I think it's 150 a year, but to me, it's worth it because that's your broadcasting. That's like your own channel, your own TV station.
Yeah, for certain. And I enjoy making these things with you. I got to come up with some more ideas because I know I've had them, and then I just let them.
Yeah.
I just, I'm like you. I should write them down more often. I mean, but I think I'm gonna remember that thing because come morning, I'm gonna remember that. And honestly, I never do.
Well, the cool thing about the whole Lonnie's online logic, it could have to do with the pandemic, politics, sports.
Yeah.
It could be, cleaning your sidewalk or mowing your lawn in the winter.
It doesn't matter. Yeah.
Yeah, it's your
So we
thing.
need more of this Lonnie's online logic, actually.
Yeah.
But
Well, you can
yeah.
start working bits up here on this morning show.
Yeah, we can do that for certain. Okay, so
Is it
yeah,
true
we'll
you have a
do
meeting?
that too. So let's
Is
put
it
some
true?
thoughts into that.
There's a rumor. Is it true that you have a Salvation Army meeting at 10?
I do have a meeting, well, in regards to Salvation Army.
Yes.
It's not actually a Salvation Army meeting, it's just in regards to Salvation Army. But
Yeah, so
yeah.
we started like 5 minutes early today. That was good.
Yeah, I appreciate. Yeah. So I got to get out of here a little early, but
Early. We're about halfway through. Look at that.
wow, yeah, there you go. What problem are you currently grappling with? Besides your heroin addiction, I'm sad about that.
Oh, it's along those lines. I can't find the book right now, but I have a book going that's quitting smoking because I smoke cigars. I've tried to cut back. I just want to give it up, but it's a book and the guy guarantees it. So
You know what? I don't like quitters. I'm just kidding. Nobody likes a quitter, Ryan.
Just have a cigar.
Nobody likes a quitter. That's I can't remember who said that. Probably like Dean Martin or something like that.
Probably.
I was gonna quit smoking, but nobody likes a quitter. So
George Burns.
yeah, funny.
Remember George Burns, Milton Berle? They had a cigar, but they
I
never.
love George Burns. George Burns is one of my favorites from back in the day.
They had their cigar as a prop.
Yeah, and I don't know how and not my even mine's like a prop if I have a cigar.
This is my prop. I got a coffee cup. See?
Well, it's like my glass of wine or whatever I have in the show is always
well, you need props. So your prop could be the glass of wine, which I like. That's a good feature. And I'm hoping.
even a brandy sifter. Brandy sifter is nice too.
Yeah. Well, that'd be.
I hope get one of those. I just can't afford to buy the brandy.
I hope the kids turn it into a drinking game where every time you lift it.
I was like, cheers, yeah.
One prop you don't
drunk.
want to use when people are hesitant to use this prop because it means you're getting old.
The glasses?
Yeah.
Well, I've used them all my life. Only after getting LASIK eye surgery about 4 years ago did I, and the only reason why I got that is because after my stroke, I was working out in the pool or the gym, and I still am. I need to get back to it, but because of the pandemic. Anyways, but I was working out every day. And in order to get in the pool, I was blind as a bat. So in order for me to get in the pool, I try to wear my contacts. Well, I wear my contacts to work out on, or my pool, because my glasses would fog up. So I wear my contacts, and then the contacts fall out, and then I'm blind in the pool, grabbing little old ladies saying, "Pardon me, excuse me." are those my glasses? Are those my contacts in there somewhere? So, and every time I can't do it with one hand to do my contacts. So they would drop on the ground, constantly dirty, 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 and put them back in my eye. I was more apt to make myself blind doing that than having LASIK eye surgery. So
Oh, yeah.
I found myself in the LASIK eye surgery center, and they give you the 1 day, they check you out and they do all this stuff. And then the next day when you go back in there to have it done, it takes you literally a minute for each eye, 30 seconds actually. It's kind of like they zap you in the chair and they give you something that looks like a Clockwork Orange. They prop your eye open, plug it in there. It's similar to I'll tell you, Fire in the Sky. You ever seen Fire in the Sky? The aliens do that, and a
Yeah.
big needle comes down and then goes into your eye. That's not what happens. But I'll tell you what, that's what you're afraid of. I mean, you are afraid of that. You're like, I'm so vulnerable right now. You know, that's why I make friends with everybody that I go into the doctor's office with. And you know, I'm at the doctor's office. My doctor's name is it was weird. Cornea, Dr. Cornea was his name, or Cornell. I always called him Dr. Cornea. And the other girl was Dr. I don't know, it was an I word as well, which is weird.
Wow.
But either way, Dr. Cornell gave me the eye surgery out of LASIK Plus, and I'm so happy. It's just I don't have to get up and wear my glasses anymore, my contacts. You know, it's just making it such a danger with one freaking hand. So, anyways, I'm happy with that, and I can see pretty much from across the building right now. I can see not building, but this room that I'm in, which is my bedroom, not my bedroom, but my inside my house here. Actually, in the far little corners of my house, I can read that says FBI director over insurrection, domestic terror. So,
Oh, there you go.
yeah,
The only reason I wore these, I use them occasionally, but I only wore them just to, I want to give another recommendation, a shout out to this guy on YouTube, Professor Rock. He sports the hat and glasses. He's sponsored by Zenny Glasses. It's a great show for anybody that really wants to get into music and know more about it, real in-depth stuff. Too much for some and not enough for others, but it's got a lot of in-depth stuff. He's doing the grassroots series.
yeah, he's pretty cool. He showed me that guy. That's
Every genre. I'm showing again, he's that good. It was just because I had these glasses and this hat. Sponsored by a glasses company. It's kind of funny.
He's by Zenny, and Zenny's actually, if nobody knows, I will give a shout out to them. I don't use them anymore, but I did. I used to use them quite a bit.
Oh, yeah.
ZennyOptical.com. So you can get a nice pair of sunglasses for under $50, and they say you can get one for $8. That's great, but by the time I add on all the stuff that I need to add on or want to add on, like, you know, protectant and just reflection, yada yada, you add these things on, that's $50 for the pair of glasses, which is still way cheaper than everybody else, you know.
Yeah, it's not bad at all.
No, and you just have to have your prescription. Matter of fact, they even give you they even tell you how to make your own prescription if need be. So that's cool.
I heard something about that.
Yeah.
Send
Then
it.
you got to figure out what the distance is between one eye to the other. And my distance is approximately 1 finger, apparently.
Yeah. Well, they even said just send in your prescription. So here it is, Zenny Optical. They got men, women, kids. Blue light, block blue light. It blocks the blue light. That's pretty.
Yeah, I'm telling you, folks, you can get a pair of glasses for $8, and they're not bad looking at all. You know,
Oh,
it's just like I said, doing the add-ons costs a little bit of money. So but other than that, yeah, they're great. They're great glasses. I've bought a couple right there. Well, we don't want to.
yeah, I was going to say, so go to ZennyOptical.com if you like that.
Yeah, and yeah, that's a free shout out to whoever's listening. But
I like to give free shout outs. If something's cool, I want to tell people about it. I don't want to get advertising money. I just tell people about stuff. If you like it, tell people.
right, no, absolutely, and I appreciate that. That's why, you know, it's like promoting local business. It's just
Yeah.
and as far as locally here in Cowlitz County, I actually recommend the Three Rivers Eye Care with Eddie over there. Dr. Eddie is Lililan, excuse me. Dr. Eddie Lililan is a fantastic eye optometrist over there. Yeah. But I mean, they specialize in a lot of stuff, and actually it's a service. I mean, it's a in optometry, not just buying glasses online. So,
Yeah.
and they did the high end stuff as well, the nicer stuff. But that's what you gotta do sometimes is look around. Brian, about time for us to get out here. So we need to pound this out, by the way, I think.
Well, actually, why are we getting this early? I thought you had the meeting at 10.
I mean 10 o'clock, yeah, but I have to get
That's
ready for that.
9:43. We're about 48 minutes in. Let's keep going.
Oh, is it 9:43? Okay, we're good.
Yeah, I'll tell you when it's 9:59. We'll get out then. And then you just go. Do you have to go to the meeting?
I need to be out at 9:50. That's the thing. I need to
You
get
have
in
to
there.
drive to the meeting?
No, I have to get on. I have to get a hold of Beverly and people in particular. So this has to be out 10 minutes early. That's why I want to start
Go
10
to
minutes.
9:50. We got 7 minutes.
Yep. No, we're good. Absolutely. And then, yeah, I mean, so as far as promoting locally, that's something we can definitely do in the future. I mean, we need to help everybody out.
We
And
got
that's
a
my
coffee for the
goal.
final run. You talk about promoting.
Yeah, well, I need to promote. We need to promote local business. And speaking of local business, the musicians and the artists are the ones in particular that also they need help too. Talk about starving artists. What if you don't get a job for a freaking year because of the pandemia? You can't get to any places because there's no places to go to. You can't get out. Now they're starting to open up. That's great. But a lot of people are still very scared of going out and being public. So while that happens, in the meanwhile, we'll have a show every 2 weeks, bringing on some local music and some variety of some sort. Hopefully, we can see people, you can enjoy yourself at home without getting out there and drinking and driving. You can do that right at home. You can just drink and drive each other crazy at home, listening to local music. So
Pandemania every Friday, every other
Pandemania,
Friday.
there you go. Pandemania, we can read.
Pandemania every other Friday. The next one is Friday, March 12th, and we'll let you know who we have once we've nailed it down. We're working
Yeah, I
on.
think we have currently.
Well, I
No,
don't want to mention anybody because if we don't get them, we disappoint. So we've got a couple people in the works.
Neil, okay, well, I won't say the name. Forget it.
Yeah, don't say the name because
Neil, oh, no.
well, when they don't show up, we have to do the
Yeah.
whole Saturday show about them not showing up. We don't want to put them through that.
Yeah. So we won't tell Michael Jackson that he did not show up and he was invited and didn't show.
Yeah.
I don't know why, or Neil Diamond wasn't here. Actually, Michael obviously cannot make it.
Yeah, we got
But
10.
that's okay.
Got 10 days, so we'll try to entertain you and get to know the entertainers better too. We'll interview them a little more.
Yes, most definitely. We can do that. I talked about musicians yesterday, and one of the newer musicians I really like, by the way, I'm totally impressed with, is Bruno Mars. Such a talent. I mean, I'm like, that is when Michael Jackson came out, when Bruno came out, I was like, who's this guy trying to be Michael Jackson? Is he, but he's his own character, and he is very similar to Michael in his abilities, so they're a little bit different, but definitely have a lot of the same qualities. And I just really like the guy.
Oh yeah.
And then, but that's that, and then that's a couple years back. And then Macklemore we talked about rappers, and I like a Hershey wrapper when it's done because I'm kidding, but no, I do like Macklemore. Macklemore is pretty amazing too, and he's actually not Longviewite, but a Pacific Northwest native, being out of Seattle there, not down the street there, down the highway from here.
Oh yeah.
Hours away, but anyways, yeah, good area, and I love the music. I want to go back to, we started a couple years back. We started doing something. We would go down to Portland and start filming some of the music off the streets. Remember that?
Oh yeah. That's funny you should say that. I knew a guy named Harry Perry on Venice Beach. He's a legend. He's been in movies. And here he is right there, Harry Perry. This guy skates. He plays music, sells CDs. He's been on Fletch and some other movies. It's wild. You were talking about street musicians. Love to have this guy, but it'd be hard. He wants a lot of money.
Yeah, well, he's a Harry Perry guy, apparently. I don't know. I never heard of him.
Harry Perry, I got about 6 videos of him on Venice Beach, and I got to know him pretty well. But then I saw him in Fletch. It blew my mind. So a lot of people know this guy. Yeah, he skates around Venice Beach and plays guitar, and he has an amplifier hooked to his belt or something, and people give him a lot of money.
You know, by the way, Brian, we need to, if we have any of that old footage that we went down and recorded, I don't know how we can get that back, but
I think I'll look for that.
yeah, that was, there was some good music down there. We went
Yeah.
down there and listened to all these little acts, street performers. I love street performers. I love street food. I love being around live events. I'm an extrovert apparently. I'm not quite certain, but yeah, I am a little bit.
With Friday Night Live down the road, we can have somebody singing in the studio, and then we can bring in a video of one of the street performers that we go out and meet and stuff. We'll meet some new ones because it'd be cool to say, you know, not everybody can make it to the garage. Here's a clip from so and so.
You know, by the way, I was thinking to myself, a light directly above their head, shooting straight down, and everything else dark. You know.
Yeah, we should play around with that. It's good to have
Yeah.
like lighting rehearsals where you just
Lighting options. We should do that. Yeah. So we can definitely look into that.
you don't need the person there. If you're near the height of the person, you can figure it out.
Yeah. Yep. But anyway, so yeah, that's where we're at.
We're 1 minute countdown, so get ready to
1
roll.
minute count. Well, let's get ready to pound out then.
All
Get
right.
pound us out. Ready? And everybody, by the way, you can pound with us because it's Rochambeau.
Rochambeau. Boom, boom, boom. Time.
Right?
Okay. Boom, boom, boom. Oh, you got
Hey,
it.
Bart, I got you. Good.
You're back in business. All right. Well, I got
There we go. That's 2 in a row.
See you
I'll be
tomorrow.
quick and you be slow. See you later, guys.